crypto world, Thursday. Stock market just closed down. Now, remarkably, the S&P, though we're in a bull market, has been down 5 days in a row. And the Dow Jones was down today. Tech-heavy NASDAQ was down today. But the big deal is coming tomorrow morning when Chairman Powell makes his speech. Now, interestingly, the title of Chairman Powell's speech at Jackson Hole is Economic Outlook and Framework Review. And many people are speculating that he'll mention the, I don't know what to call it, the criticism, the political criticism that the White House has given to him, and maybe even the fact that the Department of Justice suggested that he fire a Fed governor. But the bottom line is, many other people believe he will not make a political statement and will focus on employment and inflation, the two mandates of the Federal Reserve. Now, I'm going to share Goldman Sachs' prediction. They say they do not expect Powell to decisively signal a September cut, but the speech should make it clear to markets that he is likely to support one. That is a relatively dovish statement, and I think the market, if he were to do what Goldman Sachs is predicting, would rally, because we can safely say, since the S&P's been down 5 days in a row and crypto's been down, that the market's not anticipating any positive news out of his speech. Now, when we get over to crypto, there's no ambiguity. We're red across the board, we're red on the week, and this doesn't suggest that the crypto market sees a statement by Powell that he is going to cut rates in September. But if Goldman Sachs is correct that he is likely to support a cut, I anticipate that the red will stop and will turn green. But it's crypto, so it's impossible to predict, and you can't be sure what Powell's going to say. Now, one thing I'm going to make a prediction about is I do not believe Powell will directly mention anything that Trump has said or the request to fire the governor. I believe what he will say is how important it is to have an independent Fed, not subject to political. And that's it. He will not confront the president, in my opinion. And what he says about interest rates, I literally can't predict because all the different pundits are all over the place. But it does look like markets are not building in a bullish statement by Powell. And that suggests if he is relatively dovish, this market could have a lot of upside. But who can tell? It's crypto.